Hello, I'll be going over the first part of detailed marking sheet for ATS demo. The first part is stock control, and so I'll log in as an administrator. So running the login page, and that's the database that's linked to our Java application. Okay, so 1.1 is add new blanks to agency stock. Let's go to the blank table in agency stock. So currently there are no blanks of type 440 inside the stock, as you can see. And so in order to add new blanks to the stock, admin has to go to blank stock and choose the blank type, which is 440, and here it shows you the current quantity of those blanks. So there are currently 0 blanks of type 440. So in order to add new blanks, you enter the number of blanks that you want to order and add. So now it shows you the current quantity, which is 20. So there are 20 blanks, and you save all of this, and it has inserted 20 blanks inside the system. So when you refresh the page, there are, look, as you can see, there are 20 blanks of type 440 inserted inside the system with the present date and time. Next, 1.2 is remove blanks from agency stock. So we'll be removing 10 blanks of type 440. So currently there are 20 of them, and let's remove 10. So yeah, delete. So now when we refresh the page, we can see that there are only 10 remaining. There were 20 before, now there are 10, so we've deleted 10 blanks. Next is point 1.3, which is remove a used blank from the agency stock. So the way we have implemented a system is a bit different to the way it's been asked to test in the document. So the test asks us to remove this specific blank which is being used, so blank 444, this one. And in our system, the way we interpreted the brief and the way we designed our system, there isn't a way to search for one specific blank from a stock of, let's say, like 200 blanks, and so it's not possible to delete this blank. Instead, what I'll be doing is, we still have the logic in place, so I can still show you that you can't delete a blank that's being used. In order to do that, I will, so this is blank 101. I will turn this into true. So I'll do that for everything. Again, because I need to do this for everything, because if I want to delete blank 101, let's say this one, you will just go to the next available blank 101, and that's not sold, and it will delete that instead. So I need to make all of them to sold in order to test this section. So right now there are all of the blanks of type 101 have been used, so when I try to delete them, it should not let me delete it. So I'm testing the same functionality, but just in a different way, because the way we interpreted the brief, it's a bit different, and we weren't told in that detail that how this functionality should work. Therefore, this is the way we designed it. So yeah, when we go to blank stock and choose blank 101, so it shows you currently there are 50 of them, and let's say we want to delete and return are basically the same thing in our system. Returning is returning back to the airline. Same with delete. So let's say I want to delete 20 blanks, and when I click delete, and we go to the database. So yeah, it did not delete any. There are still 50 blanks of type 101. You can see again from the GUI page. Yeah, there are still 50 blanks of type 101. So yeah, the system does not let you delete the blank that's being sold or being used. Yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah. Next point is 1.4, which is search for a blank. And the correct behavior system should locate a ticket sold to Sarah. So again, in our system, you can't search for one specific blank and see the details of it. And anyways, it was never mentioned in the brief that admin is supposed to see details of a sold blank. The actual line just said that admin should maintain the stock, the agency stock, and by the way we interpreted that maintain word was add and delete, which our admin can do. So this functionality is specifically linked to the manager, the way we designed our system. So I'll have to log in as a manager to see the corresponding details between the customer and the ticket that they have bought. Yeah. So again, there are two ways you can see the correspondence. First is you select a blank and you see all the customer details related to that blank. Second way is that you select a customer and you see all the ticket information related to that customer. And we designed it in like the second way. So the testing document asks us to search for a blank and see the customer details related to it. However, we can do it other way around in our system. It's the same thing. It's the same logic that applies to it. So we click on customer records. So that's what the manager does. Manager clicks on customer records and select the customer, Sarah. And when you select, in a more real-world scenario, there will be more than 5 customers, and in order to make it easier to search, you can either find by ID or find by name. So let's try find by ID example, and let's say ID is 5, so it gives you this customer, and find by name, it finds you the customer. Okay, so now in order to see the ticket information related to this customer, you select that customer, click on tickets, and it shows you that this customer has bought these 2 blanks, these 2 tickets. And this is the additional functionality that we have, is when you click on this ticket, it also gives you the payment details of that specific ticket. So we can see that the payment's not delayed, it's already been paid by cash, and that's the date of the payment, etc. And same thing with the other blank. You can see the details, payment details related to it. So yeah. Next is so I'm skipping over the next point is 1.5 again. The point 1.5 asks us to search for a blank that doesn't exist inside the system, and we have designed our system in such a way that no users can interact with a blank that doesn't exist in the system, as it can potentially cause breakdowns. So therefore, no user has a direct search access to blanks. So they cannot search for blanks and you say, oh, it doesn't exist. And the way they interact with the system is they just do what they have to do. So the functions they have to do, the operations they have to do, they do them, and the system finds the next available blank for them, and it does the operation for them. If there isn't any available blanks, it just says that all of these blanks have been used or assigned or order new. So this is how our system works. Therefore, it's not possible to search for one blank without any reason. So yeah, therefore I can't demonstrate searching for a blank, which is point 1.5. So yeah, and so it's not possible to search for one blank. And the way it's designed, we have very few limitations, as in how the users interact with the database. Like there is a layer that if they want to change the database, they do it via an operation, and the system looks for in the database and searches for blanks and see it just does the operation on those blanks. User, they don't need to search for the blank and do the operation. So we made it more error prone. Not error prone. We made it more safer. Rather, it would have been more error prone if the user had to search in the blank, search the database, and then do the operations. And yeah. So next is stock turnover report 1.6. I'll be skipping over this, and one of my someone else will go over 1.6 in later part of the video. 1.7 is login as manager, so we are currently logged in as a manager, and here we have to assign blanks to some advisor. So you ask us to assign blanks for blank of type 444. So here, let's see, it's currently in the stock, blank of type 444. So yeah, here's 444. So from our system, when we assign these blanks, it would just skip over this, and it would find the next available blank that's not already assigned, and it would assign that blank to the selected advisor. So that's how our system works. However, you can still there's still a way to test the functionality that system should not be able to assign a blank that's already been assigned to some advisor. We can test this by, so here we have blank 101, and all of them have been assigned to advisor with this ID, all 50 of them. So let's test this. So in order to assign blanks, they have to be unused, or they have to be not sold. So I'll just change is sold to false for all blanks of type 101. Yeah, okay, so yeah, 101, I'll change them, all of them, to not sold. In order to assign them to a manager. So the test is to assign these already assigned blanks. So our system should not be able to assign them. Let's test that. So manager, in order to assign blanks, they have to click on blank stock and select the blank type, which is 101. And so the additional functionality that we have is that there is a text that shows that Dennis has 50 blanks of type 101. So you can see that all 50 of them are assigned to Dennis, whose ID is 211. So now let's try assigning those blanks to some other advisor. Let's assign 30 blanks to the other guy. So when we click on select advisor, this is the list of advisors that appears, and from there you select your advisor and assign. So here you get the text box that all of the blanks are currently assigned. So it asks us to reassign, and yeah. So now we need to reassign. So let's do the same thing. So blank 101. Currently Dennis has all 50 of them, and let's reassign 30 of them to the other guy, Penelope, and reassign. Okay, so now we should be able to see that the first 30 of them are assigned to Penelope, and later on the last 20 are assigned to Dennis. We can check this by going to blank stock and 101. Now we can see that the majority, Penelope owns 30. By the way, this text shows you the name and the number of advisor who owns most of that type of blank. So here currently Penelope owns most blanks, which is 30 of type 101. So yeah. So that's reassign done. Next is, so that's stock control finished. Now I'll be going over to customers, which is section 4 from the document. So in customers, we have to log in as manager. So yeah, currently we are logged in as manager, and the manager should be able to see customer records, which is currently available to the system. And so manager clicks on customer records and they see list of customers. So these are the lists, and again they can either find by ID or by name, as I showed previously. So when they click on customer, they can also see the tickets that's been bought by that customer. So those are 2 tickets that has been bought by Sarah. When they click on ticket, they can see the payment details of that specific ticket. So these 2 have different payment details, as you can see. Let's try this customer. So yeah, this customer has 1 blank, and this customer has bought 9 blanks. Yeah, so there you go. That's the customer details that can be seen by manager. Next is that manager should be able to see the alerts. So when we click on view alerts, the manager is prompted with this panel, which lists the customer IDs and their names with the date of purchase. As you can see here, the date, it's been more than a month. That's the time, and therefore because of that, they have their name here on the alert list. And manager acknowledges this and clicks OK, and that's thing that we've been told in the brief, that what happens after this alerts, it's not inside the scope of our system. So yeah. So currently, look, as you can see, there are 3 customers with this. Let's try changing date of purchase and see if the list changes. So I'm going to be changing date of purchase of Sarah to less than 20 days in order to see if that has any effect of. So let's change it. So Sarah has ID of 3. Okay. So ID of 3. There it is in the itinerary. That's the blank, this 444001. So I'll go to this blank and change the date. Now make it less than a month. Okay, so now we shouldn't be able to see that Sarah on the alerts list because the gap is less than 30 days. Therefore, she's not there yet. Let's go back. Wait 1 second. I think Sarah has bought 2 blanks. We just changed the name of one. Oh, that's the second one. 21. Oh, okay, it's this one as well. So let's change that too. Okay, now go to alerts, and there you go. Sarah is not in the list because it's not yet been 30 days since her delayed payment or since her purchase of the ticket. And yeah, okay. So that's how manager can see the alert list. So next I'll be going to section 5 of the document. Section 5. In section 5, which is general functionality, we can see in 5.1 we have to log in as an advisor. So let's do that. Okay, so now we are logged in as an advisor, and so in 5.1 there are 3 subsections of 5.1. Or first one, 5.1.1, is that advisors should not be able to alter the discount plan. Here, as you can see in the advisor hub, there is no way to access the discount related pages from advisor hub. Therefore, manager cannot change it. That's the way we made our system. Manager cannot access those pages for safety and security of the system and the scope of the advisor too. Sorry, not manager, advisor. Advisor cannot access those pages. Only manager can for the scope of their purpose. 5.1.2 is assigning blanks to manager, to advisor. As you can see, only manager can do that. Advisor cannot do that, and therefore here advisor doesn't have any buttons to assign blanks. Next is 5.1.3, which is set up a new commission rate, and advisor cannot do that. Again, it's not available from Advisor Hub, therefore it's not possible for them to do it. Now again, we do this same three things, but logging in as a manager. So now first is so now going to 5.2.1 is alter the discount plan for Sarah. So the way we were instructed about fixed and flexible discount is that we were not told what exactly is meant by flexible or how we should implement flexible. Therefore, the way we implemented flexible is that whenever a sale is made by a specific customer, again, their flexible discount goes up by 0.1. Later on, that's a different functionality that happens when you book the ticket, not here. So yeah, but there's a way of changing the discounts of a customer as well as the customer status. Manager can do that, so they have to go to assign status. They have to enter the range of spending that a customer has spent buying the ticket. Let's put that as range. So if it's regular, then you just click regular and save. If it's valued, you get more buttons over here. So valued, in the valued you select if it's fixed or flexible. Let's put flexible and 7%. So before, as you can see, in the database over here, there are 3 of those who are valued. Only 1 is flexible, and that's David. So now we should change that. Let's save it, and now we go to the database. Refresh. Now we can see that they are flexible with 7%. All of them are, because all 3 of them must have spent between 0 to £1,000 when buying the ticket in total. So yeah, so that's 5.2.1 done. Next is 5.2.2, assign blanks to Penelope. I already showed this previously, but yeah, let's show it again. So go to blank stock, select blank type 444. Let's go to the blank here first, and let me show you how it is like right now. So blank 444. So yeah, these are blanks 444. Because they have been assigned to 300. So let's go to our manager stock blank assigning page 444. Dennis has most blanks of type 444, and which are 18. Let's enter quantity 20. Select this guy and assign. Okay, so 20 blanks have been assigned. So it should be from, so now it should be from 301 to 321. They have been assigned. Refresh the page. So yeah, 301 to 320, actually 20 blanks. So yeah, they have been assigned to Penelope. Okay. The 5.2.23 is alter the commission rate. So in order to do that, so let me show you commission rate now. Right now for blank 444 commission rate is 1.09. So the system uses the most recent commission rate for a blank. So in order to change the commission rate, manager clicks on commission button, selects the blank type and sets the commission rate. Let's set it to 7%. Save and OK. Now we can see that a new row has been added with a commission rate of 7%. That's the present date and time. So yeah, 5.3. Moving on to 5.3. So there are several different examples of using join tables. So using data from two different tables. I'll show you one simple place where we used this. So in view alerts, we can see that here there is customer ID, customer name, and date of purchase. Customer ID and name come from customer table over here. Yeah, so customer name and their ID, and date of purchase over here, it comes from here, payment. So these are the dates. These are the date of purchase. Even though they have delayed payment over here, we are recording the date of purchase in payment table. So yeah, this is us using two different tables, data from two different tables, and merging them in order to create a new list to view. So yeah. So next, 5.4 is backup and restore. So in order to backup and restore, we need to log in as an administrator. So first, let me show you. Currently, this is the folder. So there is only one database file. There is no backup. When I click on backup, it creates a backup. Okay. So now, look, that's the backup created with today's date. And when I restore, I have to choose what file I want to restore. So I have to navigate to that specific folder. And that's the database file I want to restore. So okay, yeah, I have restored it. Let me open it. So yeah, as you can see now, there are two files. That's the old one, and that's the restored one. So now, if I make any change, it should make that change to this new version of the database, not the old one. So let's change agency information just to show you that it works. So currently, that's the agency information. Like in both of the database, it's the same thing. So if I change it, let me change it. Let me change the currency. Let me change it to USD just to demonstrate. So okay, save. So now let's go to the old one. Okay, so yeah, it did not change anything because we are not connected to it. Let's go to the new one, and yeah, so it did change it. So now anything happens, any change that's made using this system, it affects the new restored database and not the old one. So yeah, so that's 5.4.1 and 5.4.2 done. Next, moving to 5.5 is the printing functionality. So let's log in as manager. or advisor, anything should be okay. Let's go to reports, select the date. Here I want to capture all the information, so I'm selecting like 1999 just to show you the printing functionality. So you generate the report, that's the report. I don't know, maybe this advisor doesn't have any information. Let me log in as a manager actually. Not a manager, but another advisor. So those are the reports you print. So you can print to file. Yeah, and when you click OK, it would print. It would actually print, so I'm not clicking print because it will just print to my printer. So, but yeah, you can print this. Let me just click it. So yeah, because you're printing to a file, it's asking you to select the folder, and then you can save it. Okay, so yeah, it saved it. I'll abort the playthrough, but yeah, that's how it works. So that's the file. It saved it as .prn file for the printer. Yeah. So that's section 5 done. And yeah, that's the things that I'll have demonstrated. Other things will be done by other team members. Extra functionality is the things that I showed in the blank stock page, where you can see in this one. Let me just show you like this, where you can see advisor with most type of that blank. You can see their name and the number of blanks they have. And so yeah, the things like those ones that we have implemented, which are not mentioned in the brief. So yeah, that's it.
Hi, so the first thing I'm gonna speak about is sales record. I'm gonna cover these topics 1.6, 2, 3, 6, and 8, but I'll start from 2 because the stock turnover report will be shown later with the rest of the reports. So let's make a sale locked as Dennis. Grab his name. And we can see his password. Dennis man over here. Our passwords are encrypted, but they're the same as the given. Okay, sell ticket. We're gonna sell 444 blank, and we sell that blank to casual customer. So we select customer from over here, casual customer, and yeah, our blanks are also automatically assigned. We don't choose blanks. If this advisor have this type of blanks, this blank, the next available blank as a number will be given to him. And luckily, that's the blank you're actually looking for. So we need to choose a flight. This international flight, we can choose up to 4 flights. 1, 2, 3. So I click the very same. You can delete it, that's fine. 4 flights. If I click again, it will say maximum amount of flights for this type of blank is 4, which is pretty nice. Then taxes, 25 and 35. 25 and 35. You say over here that you want spending to be 250, but our prices are already assigned to the flights. That's another difference we have. So we got already prepared flights with their price. I can choose from this pool of flights, but I can make the price to be close to 250. So let's just remove. I don't know, I can move this one and this one, maybe 270, that's the best we can do. And for currency, we choose local. We pay cash for this sale. This is how we calculate the price. The price is calculated. We take the sum of the prices. We apply the commission to that prices. We add taxes and other taxes, and we apply discount. If we got payment in USD, last thing we do is we apply the exchange rate. Okay, now we got discount 0 over here. So that's the price, and we can save. Ticket successfully booked. Let's go and check that. So this is database. I'll go through this book and I'll refresh it now. And nothing happened. Oh, this is flights. Sorry. Weird. So yeah, when I refresh now, yeah, we got our blank over here. And in itinerary, we should have 2 more flights. There are. Okay, so this is for the first cell. The next cell is gonna be again blank 444, but this time we're gonna sell credit card with credit card. The payments you ask to be £300. I'll try to get it as close as I can. And again, to casual customer, we choose casual customer. And flights, let's take 120 and 170. Okay. Taxes 28.37. 37. And this time we pay by card. Name will be usual. Card number I already copied, so this is card number. Date, I'll just place some date. Okay, save. Currency. The currency is local currency. Yeah, if I try to calculate price or do something, it will tell me please select currency. Local currency. Now we can calculate the price. And we sell. Ticket successfully booked. Again, let's check what is happening over here. Yeah, this is an itinerary, so we saw 2 tickets. There they are. And if we go in payment, there it is, our blank card number, schedule, customer, and so on. Okay. So next cell is gonna be to valued customer, activity, and it's gonna be delayed. Okay, let's gonna do that. Again, 444. If I try to do something without choosing a customer, it will tell me please select flights. If I click flights, it will say to add flights please for select customer, which is nice. So you can't save in the database data which is not persistent. Okay, select customer, we set David D, right? Which is, it has flexible discount. Rate 2%. We got something specific over here. In the beginning, it wasn't qualified how exactly the discount will work. So we implemented our discount, flexible discount. So if the discount is flexible, every time a customer buys a ticket, it will give them 0.01% rise in the discount. And this is up to 20%. So once he hits 20%, that's it. Okay, so we pick David D. And we make local currency 63 and 75 for taxes, 75, and it's going to be delayed. So now we click delay payment. And that's it. Can calculate the price. Please select flights first. Nice one. Flights to 220 approximately is the value. Well, it will be 120 in two of those. Okay, price calculated. Here's the discount. It's not raised to 2.01 yet, but on the next cell it will be. Save, ticket successfully booked. And if we now go into the database, there it is, and we see in delayed column 1, which is for true. Yes, it is delayed. Okay. Next thing we have to do is David wants to pay for his worst purchase. So if we just go and grab the number of his blank and just choose return ticket, we paste the blank over here and we can record this. Yeah, there is not for this advisor we don't have file yet, work file, so we're gonna create it. Yes, we want to. You can say today's date, which is 10th. Okay, save that, close it, and we click refund. Ticket returned successfully. Let's go and see. So is this one now? This should be, it's still delayed, but now it's refunded. Should be 1. Why it's still delayed? Because that's good. We can show that there was no payment about this sale, so there was no refund and stuff like that. So we keep this delayed marker in 1. Let's refresh and see. Yes, this is changed to is refunded. And if we go in itinerary, this should be removed now because there's no flights. The flights are no more available for this ticket. And they are removed. Okay, that's it for this point. We can just click back. I'm afraid I didn't show you. This payment was supposed to be in USD, and I didn't click USD. So let's just make one more sale. It should be international blank. If it's not, it's not gonna give me to use USD. This blank type doesn't allow payment in USD. So we take international, select custom. I'll just select one casual again, let's say, and select one flight. Keep it cash will be quicker. USD, and it shows the exchange rate now. Taxes, and calculate the price. Save it. Ticket successfully booked. Go in the database and refresh. test the exchange rate. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna show you is a sales report. So we're inside tennis profile. So let's do international reports for him. Let's see what international sales he has. Again, first cover the whole scope. And you can see all international blanks he sold, as here's the last one which we just sell in USD. And if I change the scope to, let me see, I would say second. Yeah. So now it is reduced. We see 2 blanks sold, and if we go and check in the database, in blanks we can see that that's his ID to 11. So he has sold blanks 21, 22, 20, 23, 4, 5 to 26. But if we go in payment and see 21 and 22 are up to 2nd of February, and the rest of them are later on sold. So yeah, it seems correct. Okay. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna show is domestic sales for the same advisor. Just domestic. I'm gonna cover the whole scope. Okay. And you can see he has only 1 sale. And if you go and check in the database, so 11, and the number is 11. If we go and see in the database, this is all sold blanks. This is his ID, and that's the blank he sold, and this is the last blank from this type sold. So yeah, he sold only 1 blank. Okay. Okay, next thing is log into manager and see his reports that he can make. So let's start with interline. Individual, you can choose for which advisor you wanna do the report. I'll choose again Dennis, so we can see over here. This is displayed only when manager makes a report. Date. Let's again. So yeah, the manager can see for who is this report. Let's cover again the whole scope as before, so you can compare if the results are the same. Yes, they're the same. And let's do now global. Let's go again whole scope. It's easier to count, but I'll make with different dates in a second, so you can see it works. Okay, so you can see in total so 10 blanks, and if you go into the database and count all international blanks are 10. That seems to work. And if I change dates, so first, let's say this time. Okay, we see number is changed now. Okay. Next thing is gonna be global domestic sales. Domestic, global. Just choose the period we want to cover, and we can see 3 sales in total, 1 for 211, 1 for 250 IDs. So if we go in blanks and check is sold, all of the blanks which are sold, you can see 250 has 2 blanks sold and 211 has 1 blank sold. And let's say if I change this, this will change according. And the last report is stock turnover report. Let's run as an administrator. Stock turnover report. Let's this time try something else. Let's see the real scope. So blank start from 2000, first received 2019. And let's go to 2019 May. Actually, let's go again all the way. And yeah, I got 6 tables, but these tables actually, they represent the given tables we need to have. So the first table is from here to here. That's the second table, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I had some problems with putting all this data in single table because these subparts of the table, they're not related to each other. So I had problems to align them. That's why I just split them in different tables. So yeah, so this table here is empty because this is for assigned blanks which are not newly received, and because we just covered the whole scope, there is not assigned blanks which are not newly received because we got all the blanks over here. So let's change this, and if we reduce the end period to, let's see, 2019 May, yeah, now we got blanks which are not newly received and they are assigned, but we don't have now nothing here. This is about the sales made, and yeah, we don't have nothing because the previous time here was to 2020 12, and this is the payments which we have in here, like 2020 February, 2nd of February, and now we cover a scope under this date, so there's no payments. And I don't know if I showed you the print functionality yet, but yeah, I don't have printer, but this is supposed to print the pages and the tables, and you also got option to print the file. Yeah, that's our print functionality. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna speak about is data transaction. So yeah, we do use auto-commit, and this is where we sell ticket because we want the information to be consistent, and we want to make sure that we write to all tables simultaneously. So it's not the case that you got payment but there is no itinerary and stuff like that. So yeah, we set auto-commit to false before we start writing into payment table, and yeah, we also want to know if the payment was by card or it was cash. So we need to check all this stuff and make additional writes to different tables if it is payment by card or if it is by cash, actually to different columns. But yeah, we also want to write to different payments. In here in blank, we want to set the blank to sold, and we want to set discounts. So this is where we use auto-commit function to make transaction. The scope of this outcome, it was up to here because this is the whole save button functionality. But yeah, I just realized that this doesn't work because every time I insert in itinerary, I need to have different IDs, because one blank can have let's say 4 flights, but the flights, they have, everything could be similar, so we need to somehow have some identifier, and this is the ID. But if I commit, if I stop out commit over here, when I write the first itinerary and when I add the second one, they will get the same ID, and this prevents me from writing into the database because now the keys are the same. So yeah, I just moved the scope down here, and yeah, everything works fine now. Another thing we done about the concurrency is in this class database connection, which actually is a static class, and we take the connection every time from this class. And here, yeah, we just add transaction serializable isolation, because it's the safest one, and yeah, it prevents from if two different connections try to read or write to the same row. So yeah, this is about data concurrency. And last but not least, some of the extra features we added. I'm not sure if it's extra feature, but I definitely like that we did add encryption to the passwords. I think this is a must for every system. Another good thing is you don't need to type each flight. You can have them prepared, and if you want, you can edit them, update them, add new flights, or delete a flight if, let's say, there is no more seats over there. So yeah, I think that this is a good one. You can just choose your flight and add it. Yeah, that's a good one too. Like if you don't have any blank, you just if you don't have a number of some blanks, like let's say 414. In this situation, none of the advisors have 440, and it just a safe message. You have no assigned blanks for this type. Please contact your manager. Yeah, that's another good one. But yeah, I was speaking about selecting flights. Really nice and easy. You don't need to type. Can you imagine if you have to type all this data every time and populate each field? This is absolutely error prompt, and yeah, this is some of the features I really like in our program. Thank you. I just forgot to show you that actually when we make a record for the return ticket, the data is actually persistent. So there is the last return we did, and yeah, if I add something, it will be there. Yeah, I saved it last time with the Control S, but yeah, I did save it. And yeah, if we open it, it will be there. And we have to go back, and it is persistent. And if we go to the folder based application, there is the file which was just created for this advisor, and it is the very same file. I just wanted to show you that because I forgot. Thank you. Cheers.